What's up, everybody? So back again on the Avalanche today, and you may notice from the previous video that I've now gotten a little bit more work done to it. I believe in the last video I didn't have my alternator, power steering pump, fan clutch assembly, water pump. I didn't have my coil packs on there, didn't have my spark plugs in, or my wires. So that's all stuff that's been taken care of off of camera. And I apologize for that. it's just like tedious little stuff. So that's what I plan on doing in this video. Hopefully I'll get that far and be able to get all that stuff knocked out. And then if I do, then in the next video it'll be reassembly of the front clip, which would consist of the AC condenser, the radiator support, core support, front bumper, you know, all that stuff. So once all that is reassembled, then it'll basically just be time to dump fluids in there. And I have to fix the exhaust that kind of messed up whenever I was, that's another thing. I got the exhaust manifold bolts for the driver's side from O'Reilly's. They were around 12, maybe 15 bucks. So that is all taken care of. But while I was doing that, I had to unbolt part of the exhaust and backside near the trans tunnel, somewhere in there, and just to get me a little bit more maneuverability with the exhaust manifold on this side, so that I could get it bolted up and sealed up properly. So whenever I was doing that, it was exhaust bolts, so of course they seized up and snapped, and I'm either gonna have to try to press that stud out, drill it out, or possibly just cut the flange off and weld it up. Not too sure which course of action I want to do with that yet, but we'll figure it out when we get there. In the time being, I'm going to go ahead and take care of all this stuff. I'm going to actually just take this water pump off of here completely because it's really dirty, and that's one of the first things you're going to see when you look in the engine bay. So I want it to be clean. So I'm going to take this off, clean it up, put those new, I don't even know if I showed you guys yet. This is the stuff that I was waiting on. This is a Delphi coolant temperature sensor. My connectors were broke on both my 5.3 and the 6.0. So I just went ahead and bought a new one. It was like 12 bucks on Amazon. Then I got these, which is a water bump. Water bump. It's a water pump bolt kit that comes with thermostat bolts, water pump bolts, and they're the right size. They're what I need, so we'll get the job done. They're about 10 bucks on Amazon as well. This is the park neutral safety switch. It is the 7-pin, 4-pin connector, and it's not OEM. It was only like 35, 40 bucks, something like that, compared to like 80 bucks for the OEM one. So I'm sure it'll work just fine. And if not, then I guess I'm shit out of luck. But that's that. Then the oil dipstick tube, I've already started to try and get in there. And I believe that's in the right position. I just need to get it seated into the block down there. So that's what I'm going to tackle first. Try to get that oil dipstick tube in there. And hopefully not turn that light off anymore. But yeah. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm going to take this water pump off of here first. And just kind of get it out of the way. The oil dipstick tube is now in there. It feels like it's a little bit loose down in the block still, so I need to make sure that that's actually pressed into the block nice and snug. And then I kept it a little bit loose here on the side of the head so that I could do that. So that's pretty well taken care of. I already started threading in the new coolant temperature sensor, which is right here. And I'm gonna have to take this little bitty bracket off of here for the power distribution box from the battery. So I'm going to take that off, tighten in my coolant temperature sensor, and then I will be moving on to the water pump here that I have soaking in some degreaser. So I'm just going to clean this guy up, get it a little bit nicer looking than it is now, and just mount it up after that. So after that's done, I'm going to move on to the transfer case. I'm going to have to remove the drive shaft from the transfer case. That way it's a little bit easier for me to maneuver the transfer case side to side and also push it onto the output shaft of the transmission. So that's the game plan from here on out, and I'm going to go ahead and get into it. That I finished up, I got this all seated into the block nice and good and bolted down all the way, and then also got the transmission dipstick tube in there. It's all seated down in the transmission, bolted up to the back of the block there, good to go. And then also knocked out that park neutral safety switch. It's good to go, clipped in, everything's good there. Only thing I have left on my list I think is I also got that coolant temperature sensor in there as well. So I just need to mate up the transfer case to the transmission now. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do that just yet. I may save that for tomorrow. I don't know. I'll decide here in a little bit.